YouTube, what's good? Your boy Trey 57 Productions. Get with it or get left behind. But I got the homie Raphael here, and I gotta ask him something. And I want to see what's his take on it. Raphael, what's good, homie?
What up?
Hey, I got a question for you, man. But you got to keep it 100.
Bet.
What is your take on homeless people? Do you think there should be some kind of program out there to help homeless people get a place to stay, to help get them back on their feet, get jobs? I mean, if you was in position to help homeless people out, what would you do?
Uh, yeah, I would say yeah. I mean, because you see so many out there, and it's hard to really pick out who needs the help and who doesn't. Because you get the panhandlers out there, and I mean, a lot of them do it, but then there's some that.
You're talking about them people that's out there holding that sign saying, "I'm homeless, feed me."
Yeah, I've seen this one where this this guy had his family and the dog out like right outside of Walmart doing that, and I'm like,
How
why?
much money? How much money you think he made?
Probably a lot. Probably a lot because kids are always going to be a soft spot for anybody.
So you're saying he probably really ain't homeless. He just hustling.
Yeah. But no, but for the ones that actually need it though, like I definitely feel like there need to, like I know the cities try a little bit, but I feel like there need to be like a better like structure as far as like getting them into places to live, get them back on their feet, help them like get jobs and other things, because some of them don't even get IDs or whatnot. So it's like just help them get back on their feet and back into society. So definitely there needs to be something.
Some kind of program to help them do that.
Right. Because then it'll also make it a lot easier on the city to figure out, okay, who's actually homeless and who's just doing this just to try to get money.
What do you think? It should be like a 30-day program? I know some cases it take longer than 30 days to get back on your feet, get ID, like get a job.
I'd say like a good 60 days. Because it's 2 months that one, give them time to actually slowly start to get on their feet, but also let the people like running the whole shebang kind of know, is this person actually serious about this or are they just fucking around? So it's kind of like a two sides there that you can knock out in one blow. So 60 days, help them get on their feet, let them stay there, food, shelter, clothes if they need it. Probably even like GEDs for those who didn't graduate, because nowadays like you need like high school diploma, GED.
So some kind of education.
So like even helping those that may need that, so that way they can get a job. So it's like, yeah.
Well, you got a lot of people that got GEDs and diplomas and still can't, get a job or accepted in society.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to kind of look into that. I mean, but then again, just a matter of just finding what somebody's good at then. I mean, hey, what's your strong suits? What can we work on to help you kind of go down the right path?
All right, well, what's your take on inmates that get out of prison, get out of jail, whatever you went in there for? What is your take on them not being able to get a job when they get out of jail? Because they say jail is rehabilitation, but check this out. So if jail
is... and you're still fighting.
You're still fighting. So do you think the system, the government, should erase some criminals' records so they can start over?
Depending on what it is, I feel like, yeah. Depending on what it is, I definitely feel like it should be. Like, I could see, like, certain degrees of like possession charges, I feel like can just be like, okay, well he had this, but it wasn't like his amount to where we should be worried or concerned too much. So yeah, no, that should be gone. Obviously murder cases should definitely stick, but like some of them, yeah, it should be like.
But hey, what if some of the murder cases was self-defense?
That's a good one, because that does be the case. Yeah, I feel like each case should just be reviewed and be like, hey, how severe is this case? How much of a threat does this person actually really pose to the streets or like to society or the public? Because I mean, a lot of them, by the time they get out of jail, they're different than the person that they were whenever they got in. So it's like, hey, like they deserve a second chance. They did their time. Why are they still paying for it? So, I feel like definitely, depending on the case, depending on the severity, depending on what all the circumstances surrounding it is, should be expunged and let them be able to get back into living their lives.
Y'all heard it first there. That's from Raphael. Let me give y'all my take on it. What's good, everybody? So check this out. I absolutely agree with everything he was saying. It's pretty sad and it's sick that you can go to jail for something, and when you get out, so you did your time, they call that rehabilitation, you can't get ahead when you get out. You might as well stay in jail because they won't hire you nowhere. Why? Because it's still on your record. I think, like he said, certain crimes should be expunged, should be dismissed by the courts the minute you are released from prison. Just as fast as they put you in jail, it shouldn't take no 6 months for expungement. They should expunge that right away so you can start all over. And if they don't do that, then what's the point? You might as well keep the man in jail. Like he said, certain things, like nothing like no severe crimes. I'm gonna just say that. I ain't gonna get into details. No severe crimes, but certain records should be expunged. It's just like he said.
Yeah, depending on like severity, when I feel like there's a lot that can just be like, okay, we can let this go. I mean, you're not going to be that much of a threat to a society, especially like with a lot of it being like possession stuff nowadays. That like a lot of people being like taken down for. It's like that can easily be let go. By the time they get out, a lot of them are not thinking that anymore. A lot of them are thinking about their families that they're missing, or like kids or whatnot that they're spending too much time away from, and they miss so much. So it's like, by the time they get out, they're a completely different person. A lot of them learn. Some of them don't. Don't hear me on that. Some of them don't. That is true. But majority of them do. Majority of them just want to get back to living life and being with their families and the people that they love and care about, and don't want to do nothing to go back. You ask them, like 90% of the people coming out of jail, a lot of them don't want to go back, and they plan on just doing whatever they gotta do to keep from going back. So like there should be a thing. I'm like, hey, you did your time, however many years or months, depending. Okay, you should be good. Expunge it. Let them live their life. Don't like hold them to it.
Y'all hear that? I got something else I'm gonna ask him. Hang in there. All right, we back, y'all. So check this out. Now, if you can, speak up a little bit more so they can hear you when I ask you this, all right?
Bet.
All right, so how do you feel about the government? Now, we ain't talking about the government, y'all. We ain't going against the government, but I want this man's honest opinion. How do you feel about the government funding wars, but not funding the American people?
It's bullshit. Straight up, it's bullshit. As someone, I mean, and you can kind of relate to this as well, both of us being in the military in some way, shape, or form, fashion. It's bullshit. When somebody joins the military, they're thinking protecting their country, protecting the people that they love and care about. But then when you get in and you're over there fighting somebody else's war, it's like, okay, well, this isn't what I signed up for. I mean, because majority of it has nothing to do with us. And if it does, there's very little of control that we have for it. And it's just going to breed more war because, okay, these two countries over here are fighting. We jump in, pick a side. Now, this country is thinking, okay, well, now we got to go after America. So now we put ourselves into something that we had no idea, no business, per se, being in part of.
Now we sending lots of money out. We buying ammo. We supplying ammo. We're supplying food,
and
medical aid.
Look at like a last big couple like threats that we have with the different terrorist groups that we have. A lot of the weaponry that they had was from us because we funded wars, and our stuff will get left over there, and terrorist groups will pick it up, and then now they got enough ammo and ammunition to do whatever they want.
So that money that the billions of dollars that they putting into the war, they could be putting it into each household in the United States of Americans.
It can go back to helping the homeless people that we have.
Exactly.
Like that's money. Like, okay, we got all this homeless people. We don't have the money. We have the money. You're just spending it in the wrong places. So, I don't agree with that. I feel like unless it like directly ties to us and involves us, I don't think we should be getting involved.
Absolutely, I agree. Y'all heard it first here. Government, so take care of us first. Take care of our soil. And then if y'all want to go on over and do that, go ahead and do that. But I'm out of that. But take care of us first. Put a little check in the mailbox for us. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we eating good. Make sure, I know y'all fixing the infrastructures in the country, but households need some money. You know what I'm saying? Some people, we need some money. It's homeless people in them other countries, all of that, yeah, but that's their problem. That's their problem, not ours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Veterans too need.
And y'all making us pay for it. We pay for that.
Veterans too need it.
You hear that? Veterans need that as well.
That is the most realest thing ever.
You see a lot of veterans walking the streets of Pittsburgh every day looking like they in a trance on them drugs and they forgot about. I understand the government didn't put the dude out on the street, but who brought the drugs here? They did. We didn't fly them over. We didn't float them over. They brought the drugs over. Guess what? 1 + 1 = 2. He gonna go get high. All right, so you got an ex-Marine, you got an ex-Air Force man on the corner nodding back and forth. You had some girl that worked in the health department in the military. She was in the medical field. This dude over there, mechanic, he fixed Jeeps. He's standing on the corner, zooted out his mind, nodding, going back and forth. Now what? He on them drugs and nobody is helping him.
Yep.
And they ride past him, police cars looking at him like he's strung. Yeah, he's strung out. He needs some help. I seen a dude on the corner talking to himself, man. Just kept stepping out in the middle of the street, kept talking to himself. I'm like, where is the help for this dude at? I understand you got to help yourself, but somebody can do something. They can. And y'all know who I'm talking about.
The money's there. I mean, the money and the resources are definitely there to help. It's just a matter of who's actually going to step up and actually do it. So Yeah, especially with me, I have a lot of family members and friends that went into the military and whatnot, and they got out and they're still struggling. I mean, it's sad whenever you go and do something like that, fighting for your country and protecting your country, or even in this case, like protecting others in their own country that had nothing to do with us. I mean, still out there risking their lives just to come back and they're like, okay, well, thank you, but fuck you type shit. So, yeah, no.
For every man or woman that served in the service, when they come home, they should get a check. They should get a check. They should get some benefits. They ain't got to be outrageous, but they went outrageous when they went over there. And
Something
then
that says, hey, we actually appreciate you. Something that actually lets them know and feel that they're appreciated and that their efforts wasn't just for the hell of it, that it actually mattered. People actually cared about it and are grateful for it.
and not just a medal.
Right? Not just somebody, okay, well, here's this. I'm like, okay, this medal is cool, but I still got my family to provide for. So
I need some food to put on this porcelain plate and to eat with these metal spoons.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What's good, everybody? Check this out. This upcoming summer, I got something real special lined up. Hopefully get the homie Raphael involved.
You know.
But this is a definite. I was going to do that penitentiary in Virginia, that overnight stay where you go in and you could do your paranormal investigation. That's still up in the air. But the one that I really want to do, y'all, check this out. I want to go to Centralia. Okay, Centralia is the place where, Raphael, you heard of Centralia?
Yeah.
Okay, if anybody want to know what that is, it's Centralia, Pennsylvania. It's a town where a lot of mining went on. And underground till this day, it is still burning, y'all. You could even walk off in the woods and see steam and smoke coming from the ground, from underground. So apparently a mining accident or something happened and there was a fire and it never got put out. I don't know how and why it wasn't never attempted to be put out by fire department, run a hose into the water and then pump it down into there. I'm sure they could have doused that out, but I think they let that go for bigger and better plans. So that's just my theory. But if you look at it, it looked like, if you look at the video, it actually looks like life after people. Y'all know what life after people is? That's when somebody ain't taking care of the land and it looked like that. You see a bunch of trees growing up and stuff coming through the concrete. So Centralia is one of the places that I'm definitely going to jump into and do this summer. So all y'all stay tuned for that. I'm going to do that in July. Raphael is going to be on board with that. I don't know how long it takes to get to Centralia, PA, but I'm gonna do my research on it, and then that's gonna be one of the places I'm definitely gonna check out. But if y'all still want me to do that Virginia prison, go down in the comments and let me know. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, and y'all stop it. Down in the bottom section, there is a heart and it has a money symbol in it. Give your boy Trey 57 a super thanks. It don't hurt. All the proceeds go back to the channel.